Hi and welcome. This is Ranbir Pawar. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you checked in last week, you know that the video I recorded had no sound. So I'm back here with the same topic on why it's so important for us to use this time as an opportunity to teach our children to be critical thinkers and why that's important. I'm going to dive into that in a minute. Just want to tell you a little bit about myself in case it's your first time hanging out with me here on YouTube. I have been a life strategies coach since 2009. I have a popular TEDx talk called Building Strong Children. And I am a wife and a mom of two incredible sons. One is 16 and one is going to be 13 soon. So it's pretty awesome at my house. Anyway, the theme of my channel here on YouTube is learning to like your family. And what does that mean? Why am I not saying learning to love your family? And the reason for that is so many of us treat the people that we love in the most hurtful ways, but we treat the people that we like in the most respectful way. So I figured, why not bring that under your roof and help you align with that? Anyway, just wanted to share that with you in case it's your first time here. So what am I talking about this week? Why is it a really awesome time for you to teach your kid to be a critical thinker in the middle of COVID? Like, don't they have enough to process? They do. They definitely do. But as you can see, all around you, sorry, I got to click something back on my screen because I lost it because I'm only human after all. As you can see all around you, emotions are running super high and people are really stressed and frustrated and maybe not the best version of themselves. Like, we're getting to see a lot of unrest. And as a parent, you can teach your child, you can use this opportunity to teach them that at times like this, it's really powerful and beneficial to them to look for information and look for ways that they can create really strong mind habits. You can teach them how to be critical thinkers. And what does that mean? What does critical thinking really mean? What it means is that they can learn how to challenge themselves to see both sides of a perspective. Why is this important? It's important because intellect doesn't have ego. So a person that's truly dedicated to intellect and understanding information is not tying their feelings to it. So they don't necessarily care about what they don't know. They're actually fascinated by what they don't know. That's what a true intellect does and is, right? They go searching for more information, more data, more of a deeper understanding of an event, of something maybe scientific, all of that kind of stuff. The person that is an intellect is not afraid of what they don't know. They're not going around calling people conspiracy theorists because their perspectives don't align with this perspective that they're hearing. So as soon as you hear the word conspiracy theorist, you can use that as an opportunity as a parent to say to your kid, hold up, let's look at this from an intellectual standpoint. Intellect tells us that we should always challenge every single sort of belief that we have to make sure we have a thorough understanding of what we believe to be true. So the benefit here is that A, you'll either deepen your understanding of something you already believe to be true, or two, you will maybe recognize that there could be another perspective that's equally powerful or interesting to you. Critical thinking makes you more confident. Why does critical thinking make you more confident? Because you know you've done your homework. You've taught your kid how to do their homework, to look at both sides. So there's no stone uncovered, right? There's not going to be a surprise attack on what they believe to be true. They're not going to be surprised down the road because they took the time to do the digging in the beginning. The other thing that's super beneficial about learning critical thinking and focusing more on intellect than emotion when it comes to especially today's news is that it helps you focus on something that you're born with, and that's called instinct. Intellect and instinct, super important words that begin with I, and they're a powerful combination for fulfilling for a fulfilling life and building productive mind habits. I'm not asking you to teach your kid to always be positive, because then you're trying to erase part of life's experience that will be negative and challenging. But if we focus on productivity, you know that if you go back 2 steps, you really can still go forward 3, and you still have a net gain. We just want to be moving forward overall. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and how you have an opportunity now that has never really been there before to dive into the conversation about critical thinking with your kids, maybe with your partners, and identify where you might be feeling your ego sneak in, where you might be a little unsure yourself. And don't be afraid of what you don't know, because it's fascinating to go do research on some of these topics. It's fascinating to uncover science and data that maybe you're not being shown by mainstream media. I'm going to leave you with this. Every week I share something called Today I Practice. And this week I'd like to repeat one that I shared before, and I'm going to look down at my screen to read it out to you. And this one is called Today I Practice Critical Thinking. I challenge myself to see the other side or point of view of what I believe to be true. Critical thinking makes me feel more confident because I know I've considered various possibilities. This also helps keep me open and receptive to new ideas and opportunities, which is actually really great for your creative mind. Critical thinking is important because it can help me challenge my limiting beliefs, and it allows me to grow. Big topic. Big opportunity here for you as a parent to dive into this conversation with your children. But I'd like to know how this makes you feel. What do you think about the idea of intellect and instinct? Is it something that resonates with you? Is it something that, now that you've heard this dialogue with me and you as you listen, that you want to discuss it more? I hope so, because I hope you'll share your comments below this video and let me know what you think about it. Think about instinct, think about intellect, think about ego, all of it. I'd love to hear it. And while you're at it, if you want to know a little bit more about some of the stuff I do off YouTube, you can go to my online school at innerchampion.me, and I've got lots of free resources there for you. I hope you'll go check them out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.